I shouldn't be left alone on Facebook Marketplace. Or at all, really. Got some new stuff we're going to do today. We're going to call it Tuber Tuesday. That's what we're going to do. So, this is what we got. We have these two are the same, kinda-ish. And then this one is different. I have been chasing this truck for a while. So, we're going to save that till last, because I think it's super sick. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. This is a interestingly taped box. We're just going to go ship-boop, ship-boop, and ship-boop. Alright, let's see here. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh, nice. Know what it is yet? Know what it is yet? If you've ever had one, you should know what it is by now. Just by this. Ready? Nice. This is an RCP Recluse chassis. It was originally for a 2.2 Wraith, back when that was your only option, really. I already do have one of these, but I have cleaned it all up. I made new panels for it. It has XR width, SCX10 SSD cased, you know, really nice axles for 2010 or so, 2011, whatever that would be. And it has one of these. It's red, white, and blue panels and everything. And I like it a lot, but it doesn't, I wouldn't say it doesn't perform well, it just doesn't perform great. So I went on Facebook looking for one of these, because I have an idea up in my melon here. I'm going to try to make this actually work. So they have a very high roll center. So when you watch one of these things, they're all flopping all over the place. They're kind of top heavy just because it is a big metal cage. So you either have to make the axles insanely heavy, or you have to be really careful when you're driving it. This one was not terribly priced. It was probably about what I would expect to pay for something like this. It does have a little bit of damage right here where someone has cut these upper link mounts, which is fine because I'm gonna hopefully try to redo this whole section anyway. So that's not really that big of a deal. I may have to redo some of the front and stuff, but we'll get into that at a later date. So this is my new Recluse. Don't know if I'm gonna put it on 419s, 475s. I'm not real sure, but that is that for now. Next we have this guy. What could this be? Uh-oh. Good thing. That's cool. Got that. Well, know what that is? Oh, look at this. Check those out. Those are sick. Seats. This one, that one's not attached. Look at that. Those seats are rad. Alright, anything else? Paper. Elbow wrap. Oh, the interior is coming apart. RIP. It had an interior. I don't know about now. Alright. Okay. So now, but you know what? Things happen. I went looking for one Recluse and ended up with two. That, you know, it just is what it is. This one's a little nicer. The guy that I got it off of said that he's had it for a while and looked to do something with it, but never really could. Couldn't really find a motivation or a jumping off point to go get it. So it has the remnants of somewhat of an interior. The panels are really cool. They're not exactly my style. However, they are decent. They're all skulls and stuff. The star's kind of weird because it doesn't have a shadow on that side, so that's kind of odd. It's a little different, but it's really not bad. I think once you clean it up, if you blasted the cage, I don't really think it'd be that bad. So this will be a different project. I don't have a plan for both of these. I have a plan for one, which means once I get one done, if that works, then I may try to do something else with the other one, or I may just throw this in a box and just kind of wait for some inspiration to hit me. I'm not 100% sure. However, now I have two recluses. This one definitely is in better shape. It's a little bit different, and I can show you. What the hell did I do with it? Really? There it is. So I'll show you how some of these are a little different. The front bumpers are a little bit different. I didn't really notice until I just pulled both of these out. You can see where this one's obviously a little shorter, and from the looks of it, it looks like they cut this plate off and then just made this hoop here and just welded that back on or brazed it, whatever they did. It's got a little bit different of a plate. It has some sort of plate, I'm guessing probably lights. But this one's going to be very beneficial for me because it'll give me a template for the panels. I didn't have full panels on the red, white, and blue one that I have. That's kind of a shelf queen thing, whatever. The panels had stopped right here. They were metal. They weren't really all that nice. But this, I believe, is the original hood. I could be wrong, but this is at least a HPI hood or something maybe. And then obviously this has nothing. So other than that, they cut this one for some reason. I don't know what that was to clear. Maybe a servo arm or something like that. This one has little tabs soldered on. I'm assuming maybe for like a battery mount or something. I'm gonna go with a chassis mounted servo no matter what I do with these. I did that in mine, and even with the 4-link as it's set up, it really wasn't that bad. It had a little bit of bump steer, but it wasn't terrible. So I don't know. I'll have to try and get something going. I think I want to try and put a chassis under this and basically lop it off here and then put a chassis under it and try to get this part here shorter and get things more up in the interior and see what I can do there. I've got a couple different chassis options that I've just collected over the last couple, I don't know, year or so. I have a brazen, and I've got something else. I can't remember where I got that from. And then I have obviously about 15 different VS 410s. So I'm not really sure. But this is my new chassis. So both my recluses. So now I have 3 recluses. Because everybody needs 3 recluses, right? This is a cool box. Well, the box isn't that cool, but the truck inside is. I've been chasing this truck since probably January, maybe Christmas time or so. I tried buying it. The guy that I got it off of got it before me, and then he took some parts off of it and tried to build something else, and he had it up for sale, and I said, hey, this is about what I'm thinking, and he said, nope, I can't do it, whatever. All right, cool, that's fine. I'll build one, whatever, it's not a big deal. And then it was kind of a back burner project. I didn't really want it that bad, so what I did was I just waited, and then in my post about wanting a recluse, I also had this offered to me. We had discussed before what was going on with the chassis and everything, and I said, I really don't think it's worth what you think it's worth. And so we kind of went back and forth, and it was on the high end of what I wanted to pay for sure, especially after shipping. But he did ship it 2-day, so it was here, a couple days afterwards and everything. And if it is as nice and as cool as it looked on Facebook, I'll be super happy with it. I think I'm going to put it back to almost exactly how I saw it. It is still painted. I'm not going to mess with it right now. As long as the body is good, I'll just leave it because, well, let's just say it would suck to redo this body because you just got to chop it all to hell. So let's get it open and you can see what I'm talking about. Curd bird, more curd bird. see what we got here. We got a bunch of links. Bunch of links. And then a little spacer. Oh, got more. I know you guys are wondering. It just smells like a bag. Okay. Let's see. We just have random links. I don't know what we're doing. This doesn't, that's not where that goes. I don't know. We just have links. So those are links. He said those are just spare links he was trying to use or something. I'm not sure. Alright. Oh, I hear things rattling around. There was tape. I didn't just cut the paper, there was tape. So, maybe you can see it. Oh, I didn't realize that was done. Okay. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Okay. Let's take this all in here real quick. Okay, so let's run down what we have going on here. This is a TFL chassis. They used to be Broncos. They came as a Bronco out of China, off of like Asia Tees or something like that. They are super expensive. These things are like $900, I believe. I think they're like $900, like $897. I looked them up the other day. So this is what it looked like when I first saw it. Vanquish portals. It had nice tires and wheels on and everything, and I believe it may have had a VP trans in it, I think. The guy I got it off of got it, took all that stuff off. I don't know what he did with it. Maybe he, I don't know, sold it and tried to make some of his money back, and then he said something about he was putting TRX4 axles under it. I'm not 100% sure. So, now, what I see is it has a cool little dashboard made out of like that expanded metal. You can kind of see it there. It has some expanded metal back here that's actually really nicely rolled. It has a axial skid plate because it is set up for an axial or an element skid. It has a nice little firewall in there. You can kind of see under there. The interior, I don't know what it was from. If it's from the Blazer, doesn't look like it, but I could be wrong. It's been cut in half and everything and then opened up. So if nothing else, I'll have to at least make a trans tunnel or something like that. Most obvious is the Blazer body. And then this is what I was saying. If this body wasn't good, this is a Blazer body with the top lopped off of it. Which isn't a terrible thing, because in all honesty, you can get the body just by itself for like not even $40 shipped to your door or whatever, if you can find them. So that was my problem with a couple of the trucks I had, was replacing the bodies and everything. You got to be able to find the body, and I bought like 3 of them at a time because I finally found somebody that had some. And then somebody told me that that place doesn't have them anymore anyway, so I may have bought them all. But anyway, they'll be back in stock sometime, 2025 or so. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this. I'll probably stick those Wranglers that are up there, the MTRs on here, and I don't know, maybe just put it back on some straight axles. I may put it back on portals. I'm not 100% sure. I know I have a shitload of square body Blazers now, and it is what it is. I got an Evel Knievel too. It does have the mirrors, which is cool. I may take those off before I knock them off, put them on something else that's a little less racy. This thing has it's got like a styrene roof on it. I don't like the fact that it's zip tied. I'd rather have it screwed, so I may end up taking it over to my dude Jordan, and he and I will braze some nuts on there to get that set on there correctly without the zip ties. I would say I would weld it on, but I called about some gas for my TIG the other day, and it was like almost $400 for a tank. So for right now, until things come back down and stop being crazy, we're just going to start brazing some stuff. So that is what I have. That is my new truck. This is my new Recluse number 1. That's my new Recluse number 2. So now, I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. If you want you can even be a channel member, and then I will set all these to a day early, and you could see them a day early if you want to. If that's something you want to do, you can see some of the pictures of stuff that I take, that I share with Jordan and Doug and my dad. That's up to you if you want to pay for it, and if you want to, help support the channel, that would be cool. That'd be neat for this to start semi-paying for itself. So, as always, you have a good day. I will see you later. Bye.